can't stand his funerals. I don't...
And in his final memoir, Last Rites, he finally said it out loud.
I don't think anybody likes funerals. Anyway, let's talk about moving and not death.
What's wrong with you? I don't believe you.
When cameras started rolling for the Ozzy Coming Home documentary, no one expected Sharon Osbourne's emotions to take center stage.
My life without him just isn't my life. We're like glue.
But if you look closely between the jokes, the smiles, the familiar Osbourne chaos, you can see it. The fear, quiet, unspoken, but impossible to hide.
Chum, you run the... Wherever she goes, I'm going.
For decades, Sharon had been Ozzy's anchor through addiction, scandals, and global fame. But now, as the cameras followed them into the final chapter of their lives together, the woman who had always stood strong started to show cracks.
I could breathe.
It was a moment she'd been dreading. Behind the makeup, the sharp wit, and the manager's toughness, Sharon was confronting something she had spent years avoiding. The reality that Ozzy's body was failing, and time was no longer on their side.
But after his spinal accident, it kind of brought it on.
She would smile for him, encourage him, remind him who he was. But when he wasn't looking, you could catch that flash of worry, a wife terrified of watching the man she loved face his limits on the world stage.
I don't believe you.
This wasn't just about a show. This was about whether he'd make it through. And Sharon knew she couldn't control this part. For the first time, it wasn't just Ozzy fighting his demons. Sharon was quietly fighting her own, the fear of losing him in real time.
This is goodbye. I physically can't do it anymore.
As the concert drew closer, Ozzy's doubts started to grow louder, and Sharon's fear began to show through the cracks.
It comes at a hefty price.
Every major decision does, Jack.
Yeah.
And, you know, ultimately it's down to your father's happiness.
Behind the scenes, Ozzy was battling his own body. Years of surgeries, Parkinson's, chronic pain. Every step toward the stage felt like a battle. He admitted in his memoir that he lay awake at night, staring at the ceiling, whispering, "I can't go. I can't do this." And every time he said those words, Sharon was right there. She didn't yell. She didn't break. She listened quietly, but her face told a different story. In one key moment of the documentary, Ozzy jokes about making a backup video in case he collapses and can't perform. The room laughs, but Sharon doesn't. She just looked at him, the narrator says. A look only someone who's loved a person for 43 years can give, equal parts fear, frustration, and fierce love. She knew him better than anyone. She knew he wasn't just joking. And deep down, Ozzy knew too. The show kept getting bigger. Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Steven Tyler, and the pressure mounted. Sharon had spent a lifetime making the impossible happen for Ozzy, but this time, she couldn't control the outcome.
Think about getting older, you know, but I should take pills for fun. Now I take just a lot.
She could prepare everything, but she couldn't make his body cooperate. And that's what terrified her.
One regret is that he never really...
Music slows, focusing on a single piano key, like a ticking clock. This wasn't just a husband about to perform. It was a wife silently asking, will this be the last time?
My life's coming to an end. I really can't complain.
As Ozzy wrestled with doubt, Sharon wrestled with the thought she'd never say out loud. What if the stage takes more from him than it gives back?
Want a quiet life now?
No. Yes, but no.
Yeah, and it ended in a brilliant way.